Igor,
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier in the press conference that you felt that kind of demonstration of anger or feeling anger after that Fulham match was, I suppose, important to kind of get the sense that losing is not acceptable within the club.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when you came into the club it was something that you perhaps noticed, that a culture of kind of losing matches comes too easily to these players?
No, I noticed a lot of things. Of course, like always, when you come in some club, if there are problems, for sure there are some reason for the problems, and my job is to recognize and try to fix what I can fix and accept what I cannot accept, and go on, give the positivity, try to work day by day to make the team better. That's all I can do and I need to do. So stick together, all players, all club, working hard, looking forward, and stay and do your best you can do.
So that's a priority. It's something that you're kind of working towards, ensuring that winning is paramount to everything that happens at the club. Winning matches is everything.
Didn't understand you, please.
That's something that you're prioritising and kind of trying to change that culture so winning matches becomes central to everything.
I just do my job. I do the things I believe, but I think it's normal things that everyone in all clubs in the world, there are priority, like you said. There is nothing special in that.
And I think it's been a little while now since we've had an update on Berg. Well, obviously, had ankle surgery.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good.
Any kind of timeline on when?
We don't know. We don't know yet.
Last week I asked you about your soldiers in your team. Worried. Conor Gallagher, with his attributes, that's the first person that I thought of. A lot of fans will think of having that kind of soldier warrior mentality. But he's come off quite early on in both games we've had so far. It hasn't really seemed to have much of an impact. What's going on?
Yeah,
it feels like the first person you've hoped for in this kind of situation.
Yeah, very sensible guy, fantastic person and very good player. I like him very much as a player. He's a player who has amazing skills in both direction. So I saw him this also week to better, willing to do. I hope and that he can give us what we need with his experience, with his quality, with his knowledge. He's working good.
Is he someone that you would look for as to be one of the leaders in this?
Can be, yeah, he can be.
Why did you look to play him out wide rather than in the middle against Fulham?
Oh, sorry.
You played him on the wing against Fulham, which is not his natural position.
Yeah, we need to adapt sometimes the players who are not, but he plays a winger also, in athletic winger who was a little bit inside, but we don't have anyone, we have problems with the players, so sometimes someone need to adapt a little bit of that. He was this position to do it, and when you have this emergency, someone need to do something maybe.
Fantastic. This week, after that game, there was a strange incident where the Premier League used a video of a free kick that Vicario took, and it seemed to be mocking in its sense.
Yeah.
Deleted later.
No, not nice. Vicario is a fantastic guy, a fantastic player, but these are things for clubs issue.
Did you speak about it with your players as well?
Yeah, I spoke with him.
He's okay.
He's okay. This is part of the job, 2025 with the social media, with all. Sometimes we give too much information, too much importance of the information. Sometimes for sure is not good. But this is like we said, we are living in an era of information. So all the days, every day is hundreds of new information bombarding these players. So they need to be strong. They need to accept. For sure, when I was a player, I lived in a better world from that part of the view, because you can have your life as a normal life. Now there are two lives, one here and one in this machine, which is sometimes not too easy manage for them, for the young people who are. So they need to be very informed, very very aware, very pay attention on all what happened there, and trying to stay more responsible in the real world.
Just lastly on that, think the difference between that particular incident compared to most that happen where players have videos or whatever made from them on social media from fans, it was actually the league doing it, which seems quite strange to have the competition organiser have this video.
Yeah. But I'm sure they're aware of the mistake they made and they will not do in the future for sure. Yeah.
You said you saw some small things that you liked, that were signs of improvement.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what they were? Any of them?
And during the game or what?
Yeah.
It was more energy for sure, more wish to run, to fight. Small details that we discussed in the dressing room about tactic, about these things. So still a lot of work to do, but we know it that. So that's.
You've been in these positions. You're often brought into a club to change, to fight fire.
Yeah.
Do you take confidence from anything you see at Spurs when you compare to other situations?
Yeah, it's the same question that already been asked me today in conference. So I don't have nothing to tell more about that.
I don't think it's been asked for you to compare your experiences at clubs.
Yeah, all the experiences are difficult. Here is also very difficult, as I said.
But when you're talking about those details,
Yeah.
you see that you know when you go
Yeah.
into a club
Yeah,
what is a sign of
Yeah.
improvement.
Yeah.
You don't know this.
yeah.
What is a sign of improvement that you've seen at Spurs? And is this something you saw at
Yeah.
Juventus? Is this something you saw
Yeah.
at Lazio?
It's very difficult to compare because every situation is totally different. It's impossible to compare. Impossible. Because the problem are totally different. Here, when you go in Juventus, you have 20 players for this position. Here you come, you have 12 players. There you fight for Champions League, here you fight for relegation. So that's for the start. Then you go players by players, there are big difference everywhere. So you cannot, it's not like you go and do your job in the same way and you have same results. So it's impossible because the level of difficulty is always different. There is no copy in anything. It's different league, it's different team, it's different position, different players. So with the same coach, you give the coach to have start the season with one team, another to be totally different things. Doing the same things go in other teams to be totally different things. Even of the way how you see the team, you recognize in the style of details, they will be totally different. So it's impossible to compare. You can only compare which is the level of difficulty. Difficult more or difficult there. Where are the biggest problem? You can just that little bit say it's bigger this one or this one problem. For me, this problem of Tottenham is bigger. We can compare. If we compare if you can ask me about that, I can tell you how big is challenge, how big is problems in clubs. I can say this one is probably. I still cannot. There is no mathematics that you can see, but what I feel, what I see, this one problem is bigger. Why? Okay, next question.
Well, if I can ask another then, the reason I was asking you this, which you don't seem to like, was you will understand if the players are listening to what
I cannot come to here discuss here like we are in the bar. I already explain you what I can tell you, what I want to tell you. Don't insist that I want to go on the details about what, because it's not correct from your side, and this is not place to speak in that way. Okay.
You said you were getting a reaction, and I was going to say, was the performance of what Richarlison gave you, was that part of the reaction, the aggression, the energy, and the goal helps? What you saw from Richarlison, is that something that
Very good. He go inside very good. He scored the goal, bring the energy. Very good.
Igor, sorry. Igor. Sure. I was going to say, Igor, in your experience of top clubs, managing and playing, do the best players sometimes need that honesty, need that hard message? Does it benefit them sometimes?
Always need honesty. Coach, one of the skills coach is to be honest. Honest. In the right way, of course, right way to speak with them, but honesty. Without honesty, you are dead. How I believe.
Is there a risk?
What?
Sometimes you lose their trust by being too honest almost.
No, the way how you speak. They need to recognize you knew the guys. he's a person. You know, that you tell the things from they good, not in negative way. You cannot speak in the way like, okay. They need to recognize in you that you are telling them for the best, for the better. Then you can tell them everything.
Some people, I think, would expect when you have a new coach comes in, the team is lacking confidence, you sort of give them a hug and you put an arm around the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's not your style.
Who said that?
That's what people say.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Without hugging, without connection with the player, you cannot do nothing. These are only words. These are only, how you call this? I don't know the right word to describe because my English is not so good. But this is not true. It's not true. There is no one coach in the world who can come there and go with the, how you call, with the stick, and the players. What we said. Who are you? So there is a relationship, there is honesty, there is a right to do. I'm not coming here to shout on players or scream on them. So you are totally wrong image of me or of the guys who are telling in that way. You know.
I guess it comes from what we see of you in after the match and press conferences. Yeah. So maybe in training or behind with the players, you show a bit of both.
Of course, of course.
One more question, if you don't mind. It seems to me, I don't know if you feel it, but it feels like a lot of other clubs, other fans would love for Tottenham to get relegated. You know, it's a big club, big history.
I don't know. I don't read. I don't write. I don't see the information. I'm not focused on it.
The Premier League host that Tom mentioned, you know, it's that kind of thing. I think. Can you use that as motivation? Can the players?
We have other motivation to do. I don't believe in that kind of stuff.
Thank you, John.
I was just going to ask, do you feel the pressure?
Coach always feel the pressure.
How much pressure?
7.
7 out of 10.
7 of pressure.
What's the average?
But you didn't ask me from 0 to what? Always a part of job is to feel the pressure, but also to enjoy in this job what you can enjoy, of course. In good moments you enjoy, in bad moments you don't enjoy, but the pressure is all the time. From when I had 10 years start to be a football player, always the pressure. Start to play with 16, 17, first team, always feel the pressure. So it's a part of my life, let's say like this. And all the coaches, they live with that. It's normally part of that. But you need to find in that job some beauty. Otherwise, you don't do this job. You know. So the beauty sometimes is difficult. To have challenges who are very difficult, you know. But you need to find beauty in that. Don't go in the direction to be too worried, too anxious, too depression. Otherwise, better you stay home, man. So stick with the players, stay together. Not like your colleague said to shout in, but stay together to the players. Find a way, because it's always about finding the right solution. And then it's sport in the end.
So you're getting beauty and enjoyment?
Beauty. Now in this moment, less beauty.
Okay, finish with Sam, please.
Hi, Igor.
Yeah.
After the game against Fulham, you can sort of see that Richarlison is quite emotional. You spoke about his impact off the bench. I mean, he has experience of this sort of situation. He's guided Everton to safety. How important can he be, not only on the pitch, but also in the dressing room?
Rich, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like the guy. I like him. He's sympathetic. It's a guy who is always interesting to speak with him, of his style of speaking, you know. And fantastic player. He can play all positions with 2 strikers, with 3. So I see him very well. He will give us something for sure in the next games.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.